What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again. Another Bible reading video. Today, man, we're about to be reading out of 2 Samuel chapter 2. Without further ado, let's get right to it, man. David anointed king of Judah. After this, David inquired of the Lord, "Shall I go up to any of the cities of Judah?" And the Lord said to him, "Go up." David said, "To which shall I go up?" And he said, "To Hebron." So David went up there, and his two wives also, Ahinoam of Jezreel and Abigail the widow of Nabal of Carmel. David brought up his men who were with him, everyone with his household, and they lived in the towns of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, "It was the men of Jabesh Gilead who buried Saul." David sent messengers to the men of Jabesh Gilead and said to them, "May you be blessed by the Lord, because you showed this loyalty to Saul your Lord and buried him. And may the Lord show you steadfast love and faithfulness to you. And I will do good to you because you have done this thing. Now therefore let your hands be strong and and be valiant, for Saul your Lord is dead, and the house of Judah has anointed me king over them." Ishbosheth made king of Israel. But Abner the son of Ner, commander of Saul's army, took Ishbosheth the son of Saul and brought him over to Mahanaim, and he made him king over Gilead and the Asherites, and Jezreel and Ephraim and Benjamin and all Israel. Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David, and by the time that David was the king and brought over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. The battle of Gibeon. Abner the son of Ner and the servants of Ishbosheth the son of Saul went out to Mahanaim to Gibeon, and Joab the son of Zerah and the servants of David went out to meet them at the pool of Gibeon. They sat down, one on the one side of the pool and the other on the other side of the pool. And Abner said to Joab, "Let the young men arise and compete before us." And Joab said, "Let them arise." And they arose and passed over by number, 12 for Benjamin and Ishbosheth the son of Saul, and 12 for the servants of David. And each caught his opponent by the head and thrust his sword in his opponent's side. So they fell down together. Therefore that place was called Helkath Hazrim, which is at Gibeon. And the day was very fierce that day, and Abner and the men of Israel were beaten before the servants of David. And the three sons of Zerah were there, Joab, Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was swift of foot as a wild gazelle, and Asahel pursued Abner. As he went, he turned neither to the right nor to the left from following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him and said, "Is it you, Asahel?" And he answered, "It is I." Abner said to him, "Turn aside your right hand or to your left, and seize one of the young men and take his spoil." But Asahel would not turn aside from following him. And Abner said to Asahel, "Turn aside following me. Why should I strike you to the ground? How then could I lift up my face to your brother Joab?" But he refused to turn aside. Therefore Abner struck him in the stomach with the butt of his spear, so that the spear came out at his back. Oh my goodness. And he fell there and died where he was. And all who came to the place where Ashbel had fallen and died stood still. How? But Joab and Abishai pursued Abner, and as the sun was going down they came to the hill of Ammah, which lies before Giah on the way to the wilderness of Gibeon. And the people of Benjamin gathered themselves together behind Abner and made one group, and took their stand on the top of the hill. Then Abner called to Joab, "Shall the sword devour forever? Do you not know that the end will be bitter? How long will it be before your people, or how long will it be before you tell your people to turn from the pursuit of their brothers?" And Joab said, "As God lives, if you have not spoken, surely the men would have not given up their pursuit of their brothers until the morning." So Joab blew the trumpet, and all the men stopped and pursued Israel no more, nor did they fight any more. And Abner and his men went all that night through the Abra. They crossed the Jordan, and marching the whole morning, they came to Mahanaim. And Joab returned from the pursuit of Abner, and the people he had gathered. And when he had gathered all the people together, they were missing from David's servants 19 men besides Ashbel or Ashel. But the servants of David had struck down of Benjamin and of Abner's men, or 360 of Abner's men. And they took up Ashel and buried him in the tomb of his father, which was at Bethlehem. And Joab and his men marched all night, and the day broke up with them at Hebron. Sorry for my terrible reading there at the end. Okay. But basically, David's servants, not according to the dude that got struck down by the spear for trying to pursue his brothers. 20 of them died, but the people of Israel, 360 of them died. Um, but yeah, that will be the end of this chapter. We'll continue to see what happens next and how things go forth and what's going to happen to David and pretty interesting stuff coming forward. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much, and I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.